Hello and welcome. You are listening to the Ditch Decade Diets podcast. I am your host, Lorna, certified food freedom coach and founder of the Ditch Decade Diets Academy. I've spent 10 years in an unhealthy relationship with food, binge eating, over-exercising, and feeling insecure in my body. This podcast is all about helping you get to the root of your food struggles and teaching you how to rewire your brain so you can end binge eating. If you're ready to improve your relationship with food and cultivate more self-love towards yourself and your health, this is the podcast for you. So let's get to it and jump right in. All right, you guys. So welcome to day 2 of this 30-day series where basically every single day for 30 days on my TikTok, I am sharing a specific strategy, a specific tool to help you stop binge eating, or something that has been really beneficial in helping me conquer binge eating. I'm 4 years binge free, so I know what it takes to conquer binge eating, and I'll be sharing with you guys, hey Danielle, every single day, what to specifically do to stop your binge eating. So if you've not yet watched day 1 and day 2, go on my profile on TikTok and you're going to see it says day 1 of 30, day 2 of 30. And what I want to talk about today is what I posted for day 2, which is letting go of when you are going to stop binge eating. Stop focusing on how long is it going to take me. Stop focusing on when am I going to be binge free by. Because the reality is when you are so focused on how long is it going to take me, when you are so focused on when am I going to stop my binge eating, what that actually does is it just creates pressure. It creates pressure. And the last thing that you need is more pressure because you're already probably so hard on yourself. You are probably already judging yourself for what you're eating or how much you're eating. And then now adding on this pressure of, well, you should be binge free by X amount of time. You should be binge free by now. This person ended their binging in X amount of time. Why aren't you binge free yet? And it's really easy to get into comparison mode. So when I was on my journey and I was healing my relationship with food, and I would see other people sharing, I haven't binged all week, or I was able to go out for dinner without anxiety, or I had some chocolate without guilt. And I was just like, must be nice. But I'm like, I'm not there yet. Like, I'm still binging. I'm still feeling guilty. And it's really easy to look at other people and be like, why is she able to conquer? Or she's able to conquer so much faster than me. And I remember bringing this up to my coach and I was like, I feel like everyone's conquering like so much faster than me. And what I decided to do in that moment, because you have a choice, you can continue putting pressure on yourself, comparing yourself to other people, or you can choose to say, the timeline doesn't matter. I know you want to stop your binge eating like yesterday. Of course, binge eating is frustrating, it's isolating, it's emotional, it's annoying, you feel bloated, you feel uncomfortable. I know it sucks. But putting pressure on yourself does not speed up the process. Putting pressure on yourself to end binge eating by a certain time, it just makes you more frustrated for why you're not there yet. So what I decided to do was I said, it actually doesn't matter. I never once in my journey gave myself a timeline because I trusted myself. I knew that I was going to do this. I knew that I was going to conquer binge eating because what is the alternative? I dieted for 10 years of my life and I was done with dieting. I didn't want to weigh my food anymore. I didn't want to track it. I was literally so exhausted from dieting and I was exhausted from binging. I was exhausted from thinking about food all day long. And let me know in the chat, can you resonate? Are you like, yeah, I'm freaking exhausted as well too. I'm so done with dieting. So I'm like, I'm done with the dieting. So what's the alternative? The alternative is for me to heal my relationship with food and to stop my binge eating. I don't want to live like this anymore. I don't want to continue my life binging and thinking about food and waking up bloated because of how much I ate last night. I was done with that. So I said, for me personally, it didn't matter when I was going to conquer binge eating. I'm like, I'm going to do this. And this comes through also self-trust. So I trusted myself because for me, when I say I'm going to do something, I do it. I follow through. And when I said, like, I am committing to a better relationship with food in 2019, when I said that, like, when I declared it, 2019, I am healing my relationship with food, I didn't give up. I didn't care how long it would take me. I'm like, I don't care if it takes me months. I don't care if it takes me years. I am going to do this. So what I did was every single day, I started to show up like I was going to conquer binge eating. I didn't say, oh, I binged today. Well, guess I'm not going to stop my binge eating. Even after a binge, I said, it's okay. I'm on my way. I am going to show up every single day. I'm going to show up for myself. I'm going to take action. I'm going to, utilize the tools. I'm going to show up because I'm committed. I am committed to conquering binge eating. And a huge reason why I am binge free today, 4 years binge free, is because I didn't have a timeline. I was working with one of my clients inside of the Ditch Decade Diets Academy. That's where you get personalized coaching with me. It's a 4-month program. It's the only program I run where you really get like super high level customized coaching with me. And there was a client that I was working with, and she literally like couldn't even remember the last time that she binged. And then she started getting like a little like fearful. She's like, whoa, like this is not like, I'm not used to this. Like normally like I'll do well for a short period of time and then I'll binge. And she's like, it feels so weird that like I haven't binged in a while. And she started kind of like having this fear of like, but what if I binge? Or like, what if another urge pops up? And she's like, I'm doing so well. Like, I don't want to mess things up. And I said, listen, you've made so much progress. You've made so much progress. You can't remember the last time that you binged. And I said, don't worry about what's coming. Focus on taking it one step at a time. Focus on one step at a time. And like it's literally that. When you think about how far you still need to go, it can feel daunting, right? Especially if you're still binging, it can feel like, oh my gosh, a binge-free life feels so far away. But if you just take it one day at a time, you will get there far faster. When you release the timeline of when you're going to conquer binge eating and you focus on who you need to be every single day, you will conquer binge eating. So stop focusing on when and focus on who you need to be. Because you can say, like when people ask me, like, how long is it going to take me to stop binge eating? I'm like, I don't know. Because I have some clients where it takes longer, some clients it's shorter. I just finished working with a client that was in the Root and Rewire membership. We worked together for 6 months and she's completely binge free. But everyone's different. But it doesn't even matter about how long it took her. It doesn't matter how long it takes this person. Every single person's going to be different. But you focusing on when is going to keep you stuck. This one client that conquered binge eating never focused on we worked through this because at first she was like, how long is it going to take me? I'm like, you got to release the timeline. You got to release the timeline and focus on being somebody who conquers binge eating. Who are they? They are being an action taker. They are being brave. They're being courageous. They're taking action every single day. So stop focusing on when you're going to conquer binge eating and start focusing on who you need to be. You got to be an action taker. All my clients who conquer binge eating, they take action every single day. You got to be somebody who leans into the fear. You got to be somebody who is willing to put in the work. You got to show up every single day. Imagine for the next 30 days that you showed up. Hey, Brittany. Hey, Kaylee. You showed up every single day like you were going to conquer binge eating. You will literally conquer binge eating. If you show up like, oh my God, when is it going to happen? Oh my God, it feels so far away. Oh my gosh. I'm not binge free yet. It's going to feel challenging. If you knew you were going to conquer binge eating, how would you show up? I started embodying this version of myself who was binge free. Even though I wasn't binge free yet in 2019, I was still binging, but I'm like, somebody who binges, or sorry, somebody who's binge free, how would they show up? They wouldn't stress about the timeline. They're just going to show up every single day. They're going to be kind to themselves. They're going to honor their hunger and fullness. They're going to eat when they're hungry. They're going to stop when they're full. They're going to be that person that doesn't beat themselves up. They're going to be that person that lifts themselves up. Even after a binge, they're going to be kind and compassionate towards themselves because they know that this is a journey. And hey, Caitlin, you know that you are done with quick fixes. You know that you've spent years with dieting and you're so done with that, right? Like everyone that I work with inside of my communities are like, I want to sustainably end my binge eating for good. So if you want sustainable results, you can't be somebody who's like, why am I not binge free yet? And it's been a week. You are somebody who's going to trust the process. You are somebody who's going to release the timelines. You are going to be somebody that says, I would rather sustainably end my binge eating for good and do things properly than have a quick fix tactic solution to stop my binge eating, but then revert back to old habits in a month. When people ask me, like, do you ever think that you're going to binge again? I am so confident I will never, ever, ever binge again. Why? I did things sustainably. When I work with my clients, whether you're in the membership, you're inside of Conquer, or you're in my academy, I teach you how to get to the root of your binge eating and rewire your brain. We do things sustainably. I don't help you stop your binge eating by distracting yourself or staying busy or relying on willpower and motivation, because you know that those are just quick fix solutions that actually doesn't get rid of your binge urges. And so, yeah, sure, you can use those quick fix tactics and maybe have a few binge free days, but you're going to revert back to old habits because you haven't gotten rid of your urges. So the work that I do with my clients is like, I help you get rid of your binge urges and rewire your brain out of these habitual cycles so that you feel confident that you'll never binge again. I've had clients after working with me, like 6 months after working with me, they're like, I can't even believe I'm still binge free, but I can, because when you do things sustainably, you'll never have to worry about binging again. When you focus on short-term quick fix solutions, yes, finally a proper life, no quick fixes. It's tackling root cause. Absolutely. And that's what it's all about, because I know you guys have dieted for so many years and you don't want that anymore. Like, you're done with that, right? You guys are so much smarter than that. And you're like, I want to live a sustainable lifestyle. I want freedom. I want to make memories with my family. I want to get my mental real estate back because I don't want to be thinking about food all day long. Well, if you want to sustain your results long term, you can't be doing a quick fix. It literally does not even make sense. If you wanted quick results, then continue distracting yourself and staying busy and going to bed early and brushing your teeth and drinking water. You don't want that. The reason why so many clients come to me is because they're like, all I'm doing right now is distracting myself, and I know that that's not a sustainable solution. I'm ready for sustainable results. I'm ready to sustainably end my binge eating. I don't want just a few binge-free days. How many of you guys are like, I don't want just a few binge-free days. Like, I'm ready to sustainably end my binge eating for good. This is what it's all about. This is exactly what I can help you with. But what I really want to reiterate for day 2 is you got to release the timelines. Stop focusing on when am I going to stop binge eating, and focus on who you need to be. I need to be somebody who believes in myself. You need to be somebody who takes action. You need to be somebody who is kind and compassionate towards yourself, even after a binge, even on a bad body image day. You need to be somebody who continues to trust the process, even after a binge. You're not somebody where if you, let's say you were home alone and you had a binge, you don't beat yourself up and you're like, oh my gosh, I'm never going to end this. You're somebody who's like, okay, well, I'm kind of frustrated, but what can I learn from this? What can I extract? What feedback can I extract from this so that next time I can do things differently? This is who you need to be. Stop focusing on when. When am I going to stop it? I don't know. But what I can tell you is my clients, all my clients who stop focusing on when and they focus on who they need to be, they conquer. And same with me back in 2019, right? Like back in 2019 was the year that I said, I'm ready. I'm ready for a better relationship with food. I'm ready to stop my binge eating. And I never had any timelines. I didn't have any expectations of when I should be binge free by. And I truly believe that was a huge reason why I conquered. Right? There's no pressure. There's no pressure. When you go on like an 8-week diet and you're like, I better see results in 8 weeks. What happens if you don't see results in 8 weeks? You feel like a failure. Or you're like, oh my gosh, I only have 2 weeks left. So I got to do something drastic so that I can reach my goal. But then 8 weeks pass. Okay, sure, you reached your goal. But because you did things unsustainably, then you start binging, you revert back to old habits. And you don't want that. So I know that you would rather do things properly, even if it takes a little bit longer. And I'm not saying that ending binge eating needs to take a long time. I'm not saying that. It doesn't have to take years, right? Like I said, one of my clients, we worked together for 6 months and not even in a close proximity space. Like she was in my membership and, we just do monthly coaching, but like, in my academy, it's weekly coaching and other programs are different, but we weren't talking every single day and she still conquered in 6 months, right? So you don't want to put pressure on yourself and you don't want to say like a diet, like, oh, I got results in 8 weeks and you like did something so drastic within, from 6 weeks to 8 weeks just to reach your goal, because you don't want to all of a sudden start binging and reverting back to old habits. You want to sustainably end binge eating for good. So even if it takes a little bit longer, you're willing to put in the work, you're willing to trust the process, and you're willing to do things sustainably. That's who you are. You're a freaking badass. You're a freaking badass. So that is what I wanted to share for day number 2. It's helped me so much. It's helped all my clients so much conquer binge eating by being somebody. Who do you need to be? Who do you need to be? Somebody who conquers binge eating, they're not going to be in this energy of, oh, it's not going to work, or they're somebody who believes in themselves. They're somebody who trusts the process. They're somebody who shows up for themselves every single day. They get the proper support. Be that person. Show up every single day like you're going to conquer binge eating, and you absolutely will. Mark my words. It's literally impossible for you to not conquer if you continue showing up for yourself and you do things sustainably. So thank you guys for being here for day 2. I want to remind you, I'm doing this 30-day TikTok series. So every day on my TikTok for 30 days, I'm sharing one tool, one strategy to help you stop binge eating, or something that's helped me conquer binge eating. And I'm also going to be doing a giveaway. So I'm going to be choosing 2 people this week. All you need to do is leave a rating and a review on the Ditch Decade Diets podcast. And when you do that, I'm going to choose 2 people to win a masterclass with me. So whether that is a masterclass on how to rewire your brain, how to stop thinking about food 24/7, how to stop emotional eating, I have different masterclasses. So I'll be choosing 2 people this week. So you can go ahead and just leave a rating and review on the Ditch Decade Diets podcast. Make sure you screenshot it and message me that you've done it so that I can enter you into the draw. And I will be choosing 2 people this week to win a masterclass with me to help you stop binge eating. So I'm very excited. Okay, I will stay on for just like the next few moments if there's any questions. I'll stay on for like maybe 2 to 5 minutes if there is any questions about anything that I shared today about releasing the timelines, trusting the process, being somebody, becoming somebody, stepping into that being aspect, not worrying about when, how long is it going to take me, why am I not there yet? You're like, I'm going to conquer. And you literally show up every single day like you're going to conquer, and you do. Are there any questions? I will be live again tomorrow at 4 o'clock Eastern Standard Time about a different topic as well too. So definitely be sure to stay connected. Hey, oh my gosh, is it Nicole? Is it Christine? I feel like we had a conversation once. I love your hair. Curly Coco. Okay, looks like there's no questions. Hello, you guys. Miss Garcia, hello. All right. Well, thank you guys for being here. Stay tuned to my TikTok. Watch every single day because I share a video every single day that will help you stop binge eating. Be sure to leave a rating and a review on the Ditch Decade Diets podcast to be eligible for the giveaway to win a free masterclass with me. So I'm very excited. All right, you guys, I am off to yoga. Get a good stretch in. Have a fantastic rest of your day, and we'll see you guys soon.